Hey everybody, it's your girl Lauren Reed right here on Water Ice Radio, and we are here, everyone. Yes, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we're still here. We're alive. Tonight, I'm a little bit solo dolo, but I do still have my team here with me. I have Nima here, of course. What's going on, Nima? And Hector and Jay are out tonight, but it's still a good night. The show must go on, right? My partner in crime, he'll be back next week, hopefully. Jay, I see you out there doing your thing. He's working, so it's always a good thing. He's getting those checks, right? So, we are here. We're about to start the show tonight. It's going to be a really, really fun show, everyone. I have a really great guest here. She's gorgeous. Her name is Kari Kramer. I'm really excited to interview her. We have a lot to talk about, so it's going to be a really good time. So, of course, you know what we have to do. We have to, ease you guys into tonight's show by starting off with some music. So, tonight's playlist, because Kari is an entrepreneur, she's an actress, she does little stuff in music, she just pretty much does a little bit of everything. I decided that we should listen to some songs by women who also do a lot of things other than just sing, right? So we have a bunch of women that are actresses as well. So tonight's playlist is called I Am Every Woman, and we're going to be highlighting some women in the industry who also are actresses as well. So this should be really fun. So let's start it off right now with one of my favorites, Jennifer Hudson. She can completely blow anybody's socks off when it comes to a song. But she also is a very, very talented actress. She also has an Oscar as well. So she was able to transition over. And her career is great. She did the American Idol thing. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think she won American Idol.
No, she was like second.
Yeah, she did not win American Idol. But then she went on to do her own album and then be in Dreamgirls, won an Oscar, and is like a Grammy nom and award winner. She's all over the place, and she looks great too. She was like the ambassador for Weight Watchers, and she lost all this weight. So I'm excited to play this song. This is Jennifer Hudson with "Ain't Nobody Gonna Love You" with your girl Lauren Reed right here on Water Ice Radio. We'll be right back, and when we come back, we'll do the Ratchet recap. Everybody, stay tuned. And we are back, everybody. It's your girl Lauren Reed right here on Water Ice Radio, and that was Miss Whitney Houston with I Am Every Woman, the remake of Shaka Khan. And that was my jam. We're in here jamming really quick, having a good time. So everybody, it is time for the Lauren Reed Live. Let's talk about a topic of the hour. And tonight, I have the most beautiful Kari Kramer here in the building. She always talking about my makeup, but you look good too, girl.
Thank you.
I try on certain days, mostly only on Tuesdays.
Just the
cameras in front of my face, that's about it. But thanks for coming to the show, Kari. We're really excited to have you. We have so much to talk about, so let's just jump into it. You ready?
Splish splash.
All right. So, always my first question that I like to ask my guests, who are you? Who is Kari Kramer? Is that a loaded question?
No, I can tell you exactly, because it makes no sense. I'm a walking contradiction in everything I do.
Please explain.
I'm one of those people, I'm all about responsibility and structure and setting goals and, all of that. But then at the same time, I'm also the person that's like, you need to follow your heart in every moment and do what feels right. So I'm a walking contradiction. I have this total type A, type B personality, and it's a struggle, which is why I overthink everything I do.
I don't think you think you overthink everything?
I think I overthink everything because I have I have the hippie mentality that I do need to do, what feels right to your energy and what's good for the world and all of that. But then at the same time, I have that other side of me that's well, they're not working hard enough, so they just deserve it and they should be fired. I really do have this little angel and demon
on the show.
Yeah,
I think everybody has it. They don't want to admit it, but they do. So talk about a little bit how you got started, because you are an actress.
Right.
How did you start getting into the industry?
Wow. So I did musical theater and stuff when I was a kid. My parents would have a video camera out, and I was always like, "Is this gonna be on TV, Dad?" In my little Midwest accent.
With your accent, I love it.
And
you lost it already, though. You don't have
a little
it
bit.
anymore.
I try because
if you go back home, do you get it?
Yes.
Or
so bad because my dad has it awful, and I come back and people are like, "You went home and saw your parents dating," and I'm like, "Well,
yeah, I did." I love it.
So and then as I got older, I wasn't that great at theater anymore because theater, and it's not an insult to theater. It's two film and television and theater are two totally different styles of acting. Theater is very over the top and projecting your voice, which I'm great at. but it's also very fake to me a little bit. It's very exaggerated.
Exaggerated. Okay.
And so I would go to auditions for plays, and they wanted this like very exaggerated sort of performance, and I'm like, but it doesn't sound real. I mean, and so I just realized like I'm not going to get far with theater right now. So I went in and got into like broadcasting and stuff in high school, and I didn't actually come back to acting until after I did some other things. It's like a long story, but I really wanted to work crew, and no one would hire me. Everything had switched from film to digital while like I had been away kind of at college and stuff.
Okay.
So I said, well, I'll sign up to be an extra, and then I can get on set and look at all the equipment and know what I need to learn about. And I got given an actual role in Friday Night Lights when Peter Berg had the TV show. And I was playing Smash This Like Date at a party, which so much of it got cut. That's like the funny thing when you're first starting acting.
So what, you were probably doing all these scenes, and then like it was like two minutes?
Yeah, we shot like 16 hours. And with me like standing next to him being his girl, and then when you see the final episode, I don't even know if I don't think I'm in hardly the final episode at all. And that's how it goes. Anybody that's like ever first starts acting, they'll always get like really excited, like I'm gonna be here, like I got a part, and then their family watches it and they're not in it at all. So yeah, so it's like I don't even say anything half the time now. I do stuff.
So while you were doing those extra roles, did you actually do what you said you were going to do, was just learning all like the camera crew stuff? Or
yeah,
okay.
I did. I didn't do the extra stuff long.
Okay.
Because it sucks, and it's not a place like some people do it all the time because they like it for whatever reason. Like I don't know if they just like to say they do it or it's just fun for them or whatever. I didn't do it a long time. I kind of got there, learned what I needed to learn, and then quickly learned how do I make this into something more. So I started doing like stand-in work, which is great because you're right there with like the director and the director of photography. You're learning about the lights and how they set up shots, and that's what I wanted to learn. So yeah, I mean, I did the extra stuff for a little bit, but really, I was like, if I'm going to act, I'm going to act, you know, and then I started kind of splitting my time between the two, acting and crew.
So what do you think that the behind the scenes piece has showed you about being in front of the camera?
That's such a good question. I love that you asked that because I don't think a lot of people think about it. I love the balance that it gives me because especially with people I've worked with either like as a co-actor or when I'm working crew and they're an actor, if they've only been one or the other, they don't understand like both mentalities.
Okay.
Working behind the camera, and I've worked so much stuff behind the camera, I get why they're saying, I understand now when they're telling me cheat a certain way, because they need the light to hit me a certain way, or why we have to do it so many times, or just all these different things that if you don't work behind the camera, you don't kind of understand. You don't understand I don't hit my chest when I'm talking because you have a mic down there, so you're blowing the sound guy's ears. Okay. There's like all these different things that you start to pick up when you're working on the other side, and also it keeps you from being a diva. Because it kind of does. Because if you have somebody that's like, and this is not everybody, I'm just saying I've seen it. When you have people that all they've ever done is acted, and they have people catering to them, and can I get you a water? And that's great, it's fine. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
When all of a sudden there's a technical difficulty or something wrong with the camera, they don't. Why is it taking so much to set up the lights? Oh my god, they're frustrated with everybody, and it's like you don't understand all the moving pieces. There's 200 people back here making this work so that you look good at what you do. So be patient.
Love it. So I'm guessing that when you are in front of the camera, it makes you just more patient.
And try to be.
You try to be?
Yeah.
Okay. But I guess it's easier to work with you because then you really get the cues. Because sometimes they may not understand what that means, and you're like, well, why do I have to turn this way? This is my good side, or whatever. Right. You must be very easy to work with, knowing the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, I can definitely anticipate it. Like when they're setting up the lights, I already know what they're looking for, and I could tell him it feels hot on my right side.
Okay.
The fact that I can say that before he ever pulls out his meter to check the light, and then
it's a time saving, probably.
I hope so. I mean, I hope that I feel like I've had a lot of good experiences where I were acting, and most people felt happy with my understanding of what was happening. I hope.
So you do have your hands in a lot of different things, but when it comes to acting, what do you think your biggest, or who or what has been your biggest inspiration in that part of your career?
Wow, I actually haven't thought that much about it. No, I know one.
Okay.
And when I was first really getting into professional acting, I couldn't afford acting classes, and I didn't have time. Acting classes, like, it's every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Well, I was working like 3 jobs just to make do. Can't be in an acting class.
The normal struggling actors.
Yeah, and so never could be in an acting class. Or I was just honestly too busy actually acting, getting paid to make things to go to acting class.
Gotcha.
So I started just studying people. And Rachel McAdams, I started watching her in these movies. You know, and it can be her silliest role in Mean Girls to The Notebook. And I saw
everyone's favorite. First of all, they play the movie every weekend. But they do. They play The Notebook every weekend. But a great movie.
And yeah, she's amazing. And I saw her, what really sparked it for me, I saw her Notebook audition that she taped. I think it was like a camera test or something, like a read that her and him did together. And when I was watching the audition, she breaks all the audition rules. When you're doing a taped audition or other, you know, don't turn and not face the camera. Don't do this, don't do that, don't block your face with hands. She did it, like whatever it was. You know, she didn't care. She just became that character, and she didn't let the camera exist there, but she wasn't worried about it.
Gotcha.
And I just saw all these little things she was doing, you know, with her fingers and her hands and her eyes, and I was like, that is how you act. And so I think that she's probably one of like the really big inspirations because of that.
Good stuff. I was not expecting you to say that. I definitely was not expecting that. But that's a good segue for a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about some of the other things that you do, because I have questions.
Okay.
You do stuff in the music industry as well. So I love to talk about music stuff over
Let's
here.
do it.
So that's what we'll do. Before we do that, though, we have one other song. Where are we at, Nima? Are we at Aaliyah?
I see Janet Jackson.
Janet. Oh, that's what we have. We have Janet Jackson with That's the Way Love Goes. She was in Poetic Justice and some other stuff. But this is one of my favorite Janet Jackson songs. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here on What Ice Radio. I have my girl, KK. I'm going to call you KK.
There we go.
With me. And my girl, Nima, is here on the engineering board. Thanks, Nima. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we are back, everyone. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here on What Ice Radio. And I got my girl, KK, Kari Kramer, here with me. We got into some really good conversations behind the scene about the sampling and stuff, because it's intense, for sure.
For sure.
Talking about people on YouTube and stuff, and they're not going to get away with that for much longer. They're coming after them.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole thing. It's like
It's a money game.
Yeah, and I mean, intellectual property is intellectual property, and I think before the digital age became what it was, where now it's so easy to access stuff, it wasn't a big deal. But now people can just snap stuff up and download files so easy that it's become such a monster now that they have to stop it.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to get into a little bit more about you. It's like a fun part of the show.
Okay.
So talk about when you're not working, because you just told me that earlier that you had like a 14, 16-hour day yesterday.
18 is how long I actually worked. The day was about 22, 23.
But you worked 18 hours. That's crazy. So when you're not having these crazy long days, what does Kari like to do?
Kari at home is a total introvert.
Really?
So like I have like the two, remember I said the walking contradiction.
Yeah.
I really have two sides of my personality. My work personality is like super outgoing. My other personality is super introverted. I love to be at home eating takeaway with my dog on the couch and watching, you know, Netflix. Like I got stuck on like the Rapture documentaries and stuff.
I'm caught up on that.
Yeah, I do. So I just like, I can post stuff and just like relax because it's such a special time to me. That's treating myself, because when I'm working, like I'm working, I gotta go hustle.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta go out like every once in a while to clubs and stuff. Like that's not really my scene.
Really? I don't get that from you.
You know what it is?
Partying, let's turn up.
You gotta have fun, but that and that scene and that crowd, that's a place you visit. That's not a place you stay.
So totally get that. They call me grandma around here. I do the going out thing when I have. Honestly, I do it when I have to.
Right.
When it's a part of the business.
Exactly.
But I love a Saturday in the house. And like you said, Netflix chilling. I love to binge watch stuff. So like that's what I did this weekend actually. I binge watched like a bunch of movies that I hadn't got to watch or rewatched or whatever. So I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, you need that.
And time for yourself is really good.
So important.
So we talked a lot about music. So right now, if I took your phone and I went through your iTunes or your Spotify or whatever, what are you listening to?
Guys, I'm all over the place. My appreciation for music is so wide.
Wonderful. I love it.
So you'll go back, I always have like the fallback Dr. Dre and Snoop but then I have days where like I'm in a total 80s mood and it's 80s songs and it's, and then I have other days where, I'm Christina Aguilera and, I mean, it's, I don't know, I'm all over the place. It depends on my mood and where I'm at. I mean, I have favorites in every genre.
All right, I can take that.
But yeah, it just kind of depends on my day.
All right, so if you could have your own track, who would you sample and why?
Oh my God, I never thought of this question.
What?
Who would I sample and why? I mean, again, it depends on what kind of song I was making or whatever. I feel like in a lot of ways, like there would be something from the 80s I would sample.
Really?
Because, it was such a different time, I feel like, in music. And I feel like the style is so different. But also, like, to sample it, because, I would layer, like, some hip-hop elements on top of it.
And
all these kind of things. There's so many songs from the 80s, like, if you listen to samples, almost everything comes out good that you sample from
Are you
that
80s,
era.
baby?
We can talk about my age? No, I'm 80s. Yeah, I'm 80s.
Funny, but I go towards 90s. I'm a 90s.
Really?
I'm a 90s R&B girl all day long.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good R&B in the 90s.
Yeah, very, very good stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up in a music household.
Okay.
Not that anyone can sing or anything, but my mom just always played music, all different genres of music.
Same.
So that's that's how I get my whole music niche thing going on. So when I think 80s and stuff like that, 70s, 80s and stuff like that, my mom played like a lot of Marvin Gaye, a lot of Luther Vandross, a lot of stuff like that. So when people hear me like knowing those type of songs, they're like, huh? What? Like the household I grew up in, and I think that's very influential.
It is.
Well.
And see, that's the thing. I spent the summers listening to the record player, laying on the floor with the big huge headphones on, and not like the cool ones today. I'm talking the big ones that suffocated your whole head and made your head sweat. Yeah, but I mean, it was between my mom and my dad's record collection. We had everything from like Luther Vandross and Barry Manilow to Journey and Air Supply. Listen, I'll still hear some Air Supply and know every word.
Love it.
So, yeah, it is. It's a huge influence on you. But I love that they had that influence on me and that their taste was so diverse because it gave me such an appreciation for all of those areas of music.
Cool, good stuff. So, what's some advice that you possibly would give a young woman ready to kind of like go head first into the industry, acting, music? What kind of advice would you give them that someone didn't give you?
I wish people had given me advice, that I had had more strong women around me. Here's my biggest advice, and it doesn't matter if you've been in the business 5 minutes or 5 years. People, and this is not a statement to say, sexism, like men are terrible and all that kind of stuff, but here's what I'm just going to tell you, because of gender roles are still so ingrained in our minds. People are going to want you to dumb yourself down in every second, in every way, and to constantly be the assistant or to be, number two, not number one. Don't ever dumb yourself down. Please, always, yes, be respectful to people. If you're new, you can't just tell the CEO what that's different. That doesn't have anything to do with your gender or your sex. But what I'm saying is you're going to be in a room and you're going to be very educated on what you're dealing with, and you're going to know how something is supposed to be done. And someone is going to make you feel like you're not capable of whatever is happening and helping with it or whatever. Own your power. Own every part of your strengths and your intelligence and your capabilities. And don't let someone make you feel like that you have to dumb those down in order to keep your, job or to move up, as long as you're kissing their feet or, whatever, that you're going to keep moving up. Don't dumb yourself down. And really that's just advice to any young girl in any part of life.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Owning your power. That was key what you just said that. Because no one else can take that away from you.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is when the person the man that's like, oh, you're gonna come up with me and be my assistant forever. When he's gone, or when the boyfriend is gone, or when all these other things, you're gonna have left your intelligence and your self-respect.
Gotcha.
So own them.
Love it. So with that, we're gonna take a quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna do the Laundry Live wrap up. Get to know what's going on next with you. All right. So next we have No Air by Jordan Sparks. She was in Sparkle, saw that this weekend. She also is a great singer of American Idol again.
I love her.
I know she just had a little baby.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know if they're married or just her fiance, but they're so cute. They're all on like Instagram and stuff. I love her. I really, really do. She seems like such a sweet soul.
Right.
All right, so let's get into the Jordan Sparks with No Air featuring Chris Brown. And when we come back, we're doing the Laundry Live wrap up, everyone. It's your girl right here. Don't go anywhere. And we are back, everyone. It's your girl Lauren Reed right here on What I Ice Radio, and that was Jordan Sparks with No Air, one of my favorite songs. It really is. She is a beautiful soul. I really, really like her. But we have to do Lauren Reed Live wrap up, everyone. It's my least favorite part of the show. But this has been a great interview, Kari. I really appreciate you coming through. We've got some girl power going on
Yes.
here, for sure. But tell the people what you have coming up next.
You know, so coming up next, I wrapped up a pilot. We're going to see what happens with it. It's being edited right now. A very dramatic sort of thing. Very dark character. Love getting into the dark ones. Yeah, mainly character. She's so dark. You know, it's just like, it's so psychological. So, and I'm just going to be working, you know, a lot of music stuff right now. Summer's such a hot time in the entertainment business in general.
So many concerts coming up.
Yeah, so many concerts. And if you work in that business, it's harvest time, so I'll see everybody and have fun like in November.
I'm grinding
right now.
I feel that. So where can everybody find you, like on social media and stuff?
So on Instagram, I am the real Kari Kramer, KariKramer, and pretty much if you just type in that name on anything, I will pop up.
I love it. So again, we really appreciate you coming to the show tonight. Again, the first time you hear your guest, the second time you are family.
I'm planning to be back.
So make sure you come back next time. Jay will be here. We can bust it up about a whole bunch of trending topics. It's our fun.
All right.
So everybody, make sure you are tuned into the Lauren Reed Live show. Next week, same time, same place. We have a lot of really good stuff coming up. We also are hitting that concert circuit this year. I got my tickets ready for a couple different things coming up. I'm really, really excited. So make sure you're tuned in here. Make sure you also are signed up for the waterice.com newsletter so you can know all the things that are going on in Philly. Make sure you are staying on top of that because it's a ton of stuff going on here in the city. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. It's your girl Lauren Reed right here on the Lauren Reed Live Show. And never forget, not all superheroes wear capes. Sometimes they wear headphones. Bye, everybody. Peace.